Aloha, my friends. Trying to see how much recording time I have, but for some reason I can't tell. Well, it's just me and Squirrely hanging out this morning. I was just thinking about the kind of world I want to live in. Me and Squirrely want to live in a world where nobody hurts each other anymore. And humans are not so suppressed with their emotions that when particular circumstances happen, these humans literally explode into insanity and do unimaginably insane things to themselves or others, usually others. Or when humans get in positions of perceived power. And what all that can be really happening is that these people are falling away from consciousness into, and I've talked plenty about it all, but into the characters, into the roles, the acts. And so that's why when those humans are conducting themselves in such a manner, those of us with activated hearts and minds and souls look at them, and to us, they look like NPCs. They look like soulless people performing the role of a soulless person, usually abusing, suppressing, and lording over others. And does this not all tie in with ego? Because really that, if we were to sum up what all the ACTS are, all the different roles are, is just the ego. And it literally, you could liken it to being possessed. You're not possessed by some other spirit, but possessed by your own spirit of ego. And you have completely bought into your act, and you justify the violation of other people's free will, and you say to yourself, it's my job, I'm just doing my job. And so you pretend to be blind. But consciousness sees all of this. Consciousness clearly sees that you're not blind, but you're feigning blindness in order to carry out what you know is despicable behavior. And you pretend that you do not realize you're creating terrible karma. And that is what life in whatever particular density and world you find yourself And most of us identify with third density because most of us just started out there. Many people still there. So people in third density are dealing with trauma. Trauma. This particular place, if we're to call it a place, third density. You see it all around you, you feel it. And if you're unconscious and you're the NPC I was talking about, you're performing it. You're actively creating it. So there is a lot to learn for humans if you desire to progress beyond third density in this particular earth plane realm that you're in right now. A lot of expansion to be done. And if you were fortunate enough to be reincarnated north of the equator, for lack of any better way to say it, then you've moved, let us say, away from the worst trauma that still goes on in this realm. Not that it, again, doesn't exist, even seeing it, knowing about it, being among it is traumatic in its own way. But you have transcended and transmuted farther along. You're closer to moving beyond this realm. We are walking ourselves out of third density. And over the course of lifetimes, we walked ourselves into third density. You're going to get out the same way you got in. You're going to reverse course. Let us receive the download. We desire the upgrade and the expansion. Yes. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Father Sky. We are one with you. We are grateful for these moments, in this moment. In eternal remembrance. We are one with the all. We receive the healing frequencies and then transmit them back out across this earth plane to heal these human hearts and to heal these human minds and to activate these human souls. Me and Squirrely want to live in a world where no men and women could be considered an NPC, where everybody is conscious and heart activated and at least willing to try to love. Yeah, you may not be good at it. You might suck at it. But you must be willing to try. And that's all that's ever been asked. Do it for yourself and do it for everybody else. Do it because it's right. And only you know what's right from within you. From within your heart, you know what is right. So do that, and that's all that's been asked. And it does not go unobserved, unnoticed. You are doing excellent. We are doing wonderful. And must continue. Must not become complacent. Too comfortable. We must co-create more creatively than we ever have. To bring acceleration to the whole process. Because everybody seemingly wants to get it done. We want it to be now. We want healing now. And everything else, we want it now, or fast. But we don't know how to accelerate the process. Because you don't want more than you can bear, of course. So we ebb and flow in the present moment. Knowing that everything will unfold as it should. And if we are engaged in the process of co-creating. We're doing what we've been asked. And me and Squirrely would have it no other way. And you probably wouldn't either. Love and light until next time, my friends. Squirrely's talking to us. Thank you, Squirrely. I know. We love you too. You little rascal.